Hi, this is Keron Bhattacharya. I'm reading from my novel Dolly PATEL, Part 2 of Reincarnation in the Holy Land. The characters and events in this novel are fictional. The story so far. After spending 40 years in England, Bijon, a 60-year-old divorcee, is currently contemplating spending his retirement years in Calcutta, the city of his birth. 30 years ago, his wife had an abortion. This could have been averted had he been determined to save the baby. With hindsight, he believes that not only was that incident the reason for his marriage breakup, but it also played a major role in creating animosity between him and his son. Back at Dolly's, he opened a bottle of champagne. Pouring a little into a glass, he asked Dolly whether Indranil could have a sip. Yes, yes, a little would do no harm to my teenage son. The boy, however, showed no inclination towards accepting the intoxicating stuff from his so-called uncle. I don't like wine, Indranil said. Good Lord, you don't like it? The rich, the famous, they all drink champagne. I'm neither rich nor famous, whipped Indranil with the rebelliousness of a teenager. That's enough. You go to bed now. Dolly moved forward to give her son a kiss and then commanded the boy to say good night to his uncle. The boy mumbled something incomprehensible and quickly ran upstairs. I'm sorry, he is in such an obnoxious mood tonight, apologized Dolly. It's a difficult age, he consoled her. He will get over it. There was a long pause, after which, somewhat anxious-ridden, she said, The other day I found a dirty magazine under his pillow. A modicum of concern was in order, he thought, for he neither wanted to criticize Indranil so early in his relationship with Dolly, nor minimize the seriousness of the event. Under normal circumstances, he would have said it was quite normal for a boy of his age to be interested in scantily dressed women. But then he didn't know how explicit the pictures were. He was peeping through a Playboy magazine. It upset me, you know. Dolly's face expressed the problem the mother and son were experiencing in the aftermath of a divorce. You shouldn't be so upset. That magazine is quite tame. I don't know. Dolly breathed a sigh of exasperation and sat a little distance away. Come nearer, he said. Perhaps Dolly was waiting for this invitation. Without much ado, she came closer, and he put his arm round her. Soon he started caressing her neck, and she left up the affection. Encouraged by this, he moved forward and kissed her neck, and she shivered a little, and then made a gentle protest. You know, Carol is a close friend of mine. He kissed her neck more intensely. What does Carol have to do with this? I don't want her to feel betrayed. In what sense? You know. He pushed his hand through her blouse. She eased her brow a little. He started stroking her softly. I don't want her to be upset, she added. Why should she be upset? I don't know what kind of relationship you have with her. He started kissing her passionately, and she responded. Soon he tried to take off her blouse. Don't, she whispered. If the question of Carol is bothering you, surely you know that a few months ago our divorce was made final, decree absolute. No, you aren't cheating on her, nor do I believe I'm cheating on Shudin. Her disrespect for Shudin was obvious. I don't allow him to come anywhere near this house. He took off her blouse and then the bra. Her breasts were full, and for a woman who had given birth to 2 children by 2 husbands, they were surprisingly firm. He sank his face in them. Dolly stroked his hair. The look of hunger in her eyes was all-consuming. You didn't answer my question, she whispered. I have had no relationship with Carol since our divorce. He could have said he had had no relationship with Carol in the previous 10 years since that abortion. but that was his private grief. "Let me get a blanket," Dolly said. "I don't dare invite you upstairs because Indranil is still awake." She buttoned up her blouse and went upstairs. He strolled to the bathroom to sprinkle cold water on his face to control his jittery nerves. For quite a while he had to suffer total abstinence, and the prospect of a new woman heightened his excitement to boiling point. A few minutes later, when he came back to the lounge, there was no sign of Dolly. He took off his clothes and sat on the settee. The gas fire was burning at full blast to assist the central heating in its battle against the frosty New Year morning. He turned the gas fire down to cool himself. Soon Dolly came down, wearing a dressing gown and with a blanket in her hand, which he placed on the settee. Wasting no time, he embraced her eagerly and took off the dressing gown. Now she was in full glory, except for her panties. Dolly put the blanket over him while lying down on the settee, and he on top of her. "Have you got anything with you?" "No, I haven't. I wasn't expecting this to happen." "An innocent man." "Of course I am," he smiled. "Is this a tricky time for you?" She shook her head. "I don't have AIDS, nor do I." That was the time when the bliss of love-making multiplied 1,000-fold. A New Year's morning spent on a city, just the two of them, with no clothes on, and the blanket on top. Thank you.